Good morning, class. Hope all of you are settled in and ready to start our math lesson. Will everyone get out their math journals and remember to take down notes for things you think that are important. Who would like to read the sentence on the board?
I will.
Please read it.
It says, John walks 8 miles every day. How many miles does John walk in 14 days?
Excellent. Can anyone tell me how this is math related?
Well, in order to find out how many miles John walks, we need to multiply to find the total.
Correct. Would you like to come up and write that on the board? Okay, thank you. So you wrote 8 times 14. 8 would be the 8 miles he walks every day times 14 days to find the total miles he walked. That is correct. Now say if we didn't know how many days John walked, but we knew he walked 8 miles a day and wanted the total of miles he walked in a certain amount of days, how would you change your previous answer?
I would write 8 times D equals M.
So 8 would be the 8 miles he walks times D, which is
the days,
and M would be the total
miles
that he walks. That is a great job. 8 miles times D, which is a certain amount of days, equals M, the total miles. Does everyone see what happened there?
Yes.
We took the word problem and turned it into symbols in a way that could be seen and interpreted as an algebraic sentence. Let's go over some examples. Okay, so Wendy is 15 and is 5 times older than Leah, but Leah is 3 times older than Luke. How old are Leah and Luke combined? First, we need to look at our variables, and then we need to identify what we are looking for in the sentence. What are we looking for in the sentence?
Wendy, Leah's, and Luke age would be the variables. We are looking for their separate age and Luke and Leah's ages combined.
Okay, great job. Who wants to give this one a try?
I will.
Okay, so you wrote Wendy divided by 5 equals Leah, and Luke times Leah, and 3 times Luke equals Leah, and Leah plus Luke equals the total age that we are looking for. Great job. If we had the sentence, R2D2, this is example 2. If we had the sentence, R2D2 is funnier than Chewbacca, how would you translate that into an algebraic sentence?
Well, if we took the steps from the last example, we could not.
Why? Why not?
Because there's no quantity.
That is correct. You try to identify the variables and the quantities, but could not, so we cannot translate it into an algebraic sentence. Good job, guys. Last example. Anakin has had 2 more ice cream scoops than Han Solo. Han Solo has had 5. How would we write that?
We would put H plus 2.
So if I wrote H plus 2, Han plus 2 more ice cream scoops, that would give us what?
The total.
Ice cream scoops that who ate?
Han.
No, that Anakin ate.
Anakin.
There you go. So next we'll move on to our activity. For our activity today, the class is going to be divided in half. Then everyone will get a partner. Each partner group is to grab 2 sentence strips from the back of the classroom and some markers. On your sentence strip, you are to write a sentence or word problem, ones like the one we have written up on the board. On the other sentence strip, you are to write the corresponding symbol translation on it, like we have done here on the board. I want you to raise your hand when you are done so I can check it. When everyone is done, we will switch strips from one side of the class to the other in a mixed way. Each side of the class will have to match up all the sentence strips from the correct symbols. When you think you are finished, raise your hand and I will check. Then we will go over some of them as a class. Just raise your hand when you're done and I'll go check your sentence strips. Okay, let's see what you have written. So for your sentence strip, it says Melissa is 15 years old. Carlos is 6 years older than her. How old is Carlos? And for your second strip, you wrote C plus 6. Is that correct?
Yes, because he's 6 years old, so we would add 6 to his age.
The sentence is saying Carlos is 6 years older than Melissa. So in general, it is saying that he is 6 years older than 15, right?
Oh, so it would be 15 plus 6. So I could write M plus 6 equals C.
That's correct. So Melissa plus 6 more years equals the age of Carlos. Now go ahead and just fix that for me real fast. Great job. Okay, let's go over your strip. It says Leah has 4 skirts and 3 blouses. How many outfits can Leah make? You put red skirt times 3, blue skirt times 3, green skirt times 3, and yellow skirt times 3. What does the 3 equal on those?
The number of blouses.
Correct. And then you put 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. And what's that to symbolize?
The total outfit.
That's correct. I like the way you use the different symbols to tell between your skirts by the color of them and add how you added the total after. That is a very unique way to put it. Great job. Okay, I will go around to collect everyone's sentences. So we're going to go over one classmate's sentence. This one says, Melissa is 15 years old. Carlos is 6 years old. How old is Carlos? So for this one, your classmate put M plus 6 equals C. What do you think the M stands for?
Melissa's age.
Plus the 6 would stand for what?
The number of years Carlos is older.
And so if we add Melissa's age plus 6, it'll give us
Carlos's age.
Great job. Great job for your classmates. Your sentence strips were all so creative and some of y'all really stumped your classmates. Now as a class, let's review a few key points that we have learned today. Who wants to begin?
Today we learned that we can turn our word problems into math sentences using symbols so that it can make it easier for us to work out.
Correct. Who would like to add to that?
To start off, we should look at the words and find the object or person we're looking at and how much of it we have.
What else can we call that?
We look at the variable and review the quantity of it, so we can write it down in a sentence and see what math operation we need to use to solve it.
That's correct. So to go over it one more time, today we learned about how we can take word problems and sentences and turn them into algebraic sentences using symbols and letters the first two steps that we have to do to make sure that we can even do that is we have to identify the variable and the quantities to make sure we can translate it to the second step. Using the information just reviewed, let's decide if this would be a proper example. If I had 3 dogs, went to the shelter to buy 4 more dogs, and gave 2 dogs away, how many would I end up with? So for this one, we wrote 4 minus 2 equals the total amount of dogs that I ended up with. Does that look right?
That looks right.
Are you guys sure?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go over this again. You see, I had 3 dogs to begin with, then bought 4, then gave 2 away. And this right here is just saying I had 4 dogs and I gave away 2. I never added the 3 from the beginning to the 4 and then subtracted.
Oh, we see. So you need to add 3 dogs to the 4 dogs and then subtract the 2.
That's correct. So we would put 3D plus 4D minus 2 equals the total amount of dogs I have left. I know this is the beginning of the lesson. It might be a bit hard, but can anyone give me an example how we would use this kind of skill in everyday life, or how you may have seen it?
I think I know an example.
Go ahead. I'm pretty sure you have the right idea.
Well, I think it would be like when they say on commercials, buy one, get one free. And we get to the store and it's on a sign and has more simple sign that has something like buy one, get one free, or equal or less to an equal or less price.
That is a great example. So on TV they say buy one, get one free for equal or less price. And when we get to the store, the signs will usually say buy one, get one free using symbols or just the number 1. And when it says equal or lesser price on the bottom, it'll have the equal sign or it'll have the greater than or equal than sign for the price symbol. That's a great example. I want everyone to give themselves a pat on the back. You did a great job. You can now close your math journals and get ready for lunch. Tomorrow we will go over writing and evaluating expressions into symbols and tables in detail.